Okay, good morning. This is Jim Feig, your master photographer, back with you again. I'm bringing you today a bit of word of wisdom from my vast storeroom of thoughts. And I'm bringing a photograph today that shows two interesting people. This photograph was printed for me by Korchinski's Photos here on Cozy Circle. They do a tremendous job, don't they? Look at that. I've had this photograph here before when we talked about comparing the cell phone camera and the digital camera. We discussed it with this photo a little bit, and we talked about shoe boxes. But there's we had some problems with the recording at the end, so I wanted to wrap this up with an important thought that I want to get across to you. This is a picture of two people. This is my brother Kenny and my youngest daughter Christy. Now, Kenny was living in Indiana when this was taken. We were visiting him there. In fact, Christy and I came in to give him a surprise visit on a special occasion. I came in from Texas. Christy came in from Vermont. And we came in to visit Kenny. It's interesting. You find that families are not staying in place anymore like they used to. The family would stay in one location, and then the next generation would stay in the next location. But we move our roots away from our roots so much anymore. For example, I'm living in Texas now. Kenny is living in Indiana. I've got another brother that lives up in Wisconsin. Christy came in from Vermont. Christy's twin sister has been working in China for 15 years. She's in Washington, D.C. right now doing language training. She's headed for Montreal. I don't know where Christy is right now today. She travels all over the world. I think she's in Geneva, Switzerland right now, and she'll be in Copenhagen next week working. We've got an older sister yet, Janet. Janet spent most of the last several years around the Dallas area, but they've just recently moved to Calgary in Canada. So you see, people don't stay in place anymore. And we get busy. And we get so busy that we forget these loved ones and friends and family that we're not close to anymore. And they do the same. They get busy and they forget about us. And about all we do anymore is we might send them a Christmas card, something we picked up at Walmart, or maybe if we care enough to send the very best, we'll send a better card. We'll call them on their birthday and wish them well. But gee, we don't visit. The only time we visit is for weddings and funerals. And we get busy with our own life and we forget about them, and suddenly they're gone. They're gone, and all of our chances to visit and share experiences and share friendships, they're gone. And we say, well, I should have done more. I should have phoned more. I should have visited more. But we don't. We don't. And then at the end, there's no chance to do it anymore. It's done. Well, at this particular time when Christy and I went to visit Kenny, he had been diagnosed with cancer, and he was starting a pretty rigid chemotherapy treatment. And we hadn't seen him for some time, so this seemed like an appropriate time to visit, and it was. In fact, this may be the last time I see him. I don't know how many how much more allotted time he has. I don't know how much more allotted time I have. I'm dealing with the same dragon he is. It's this dragon called cancer. And I guess my point is, don't let our busy world get in the way of the more important things. Don't let our busy world get in the way of visiting our friends and visiting with the ones we love and the ones we share things with. Don't forget the important things in life. As I say, Kenny is traveling down this final path of life. I'm approaching it. As I visited him, we had some good times together. We shared some good experiences together. We reminisced on old times. It was a real good visit. And when I came away, I wrote a little poem, and I think I've got a copy here hidden away somewhere. Let me see what I can find. I want to read it for you. Here it is. Yes, this is the poem I wrote after my visit with Kenny. It says, I met a friend today, one whom I had not seen for many years, an old and trusted friend, one whom I've spent so many pleasant hours. He greeted me and said that he was well. I did the same, but smiled a bit within. Then we sat down to coffee, as in the days gone by. The years have gone. Wherever did they go? We've each been here for 80 years and more. It seems like yesterday we were just kids enjoying life and getting into trouble. Oh, it's been some time since we've sat down to coffee just like this. What does the future hold for us? Not much more, I'm sure. Too little time remains. But we will make the most of it and find that hidden there are all the things that we will ever need, like love and hope and joy and peace and a quiet final end. It's all there in the coffee cup as two friends sit and share. This is Jim Feig, you're coming to you from South Bridge Street Live. We'll see you next time. Thank you.